Another 7 days in the books. Another Big Ten title. This time it's in college basketball. Is the Big Ten the best conference in all of college sports? We'll talk about it. Is this the year of the transfer? Since Michigan won with all 5 transfers. We'll talk about it. Is this the year of the Hornet? Summer League, G League, NBA Championship? Probably not. But we're still going to talk about it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Night Live. I'm your host, 58 South, along with my co-host, the sports diplomat, Mr. Michon Roberson. What's going on?
Nothing too much, man. Nothing too much. Just chilling out, man. How you doing?
Man, I am doing great, man. The Greensboro Swarm are your 2025-2026 G League champions. Beat whatever the G League team in Sacramento is. Brought home another trophy to add to the.
I missed that one.
To add to the.
But I did see that one of the former Tar Heel, won like a coaching award for them. What's the guy name? I think David Noel. I still see that.
Hey, what's going on, Kiki B? What's happening? David Noel won something?
He won.
He's on the Swarm coaching staff.
He's on the Swarm coaching staff. I didn't know they were playing in a championship game or round or nothing. Yeah, but I did see that he won some kind of award in the G League.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I did not. I was unaware of that, but congrats to that, man. Yeah, we brought that one home. So all the Hornets got to do is pull off the hat trick, man. We in there, baby.
Man, all right.
Yeah, but nah, seriously.
Bring some of them players up then.
We'll see. We'll see if we're gonna bring them up to varsity. We'll see if they get to come up to varsity. We'll see how it goes. We got to get past the Miami Heat first, and they've been a thorn in our side for a lot of seasons. So we'll deal with that. But let's begin with the NCAA championship that happened on Monday. Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines. You've accomplished something that not even the illustrious Fab Five could do. You brought home the hardware. Congratulations to Dusty May. Congratulations to Elliot Cadeau, Lundenborg, and the rest of the gentlemen, man. Congratulations to the Fab Five transfers. I don't know what they call themselves, but the Fab Five transfers. Way to go. Your thoughts on the game?
Man, I thought the game was a really, really good game, actually. It wasn't high scoring and everything, but you could see both teams had high level play. The defense was playing high level textbook defense in that game. The blocks, everybody was had good position and was blocking the shot, pinning it up on the backboard. Michigan and Connecticut were doing that. If Michigan didn't have those high-level transfers, Connecticut would have won that game. Connecticut was playing so scrappy in that game. I was impressed with that. The little guy that hit the big shot against Duke, he was really playing hard in the game. The other guy, their backcourt was playing some good defense. Cadeau had to work for what he was getting. And number 5 for Connecticut was playing hard in the game. I did think early on, Michigan, I was like, that guy, number 13, the big tall guy, I thought he was playing very weak, though, in the beginning of the game. I forget his name, Mira or something like that.
Yeah, Mara Mira.
Yeah. They were passing it to him, and he'd have he's 7'3", he'd have a 6'5" guy on him and trying to do a turnaround fadeaway or something, man. I was like, what are you doing? So that was disappointing. Then he kind of got his game turned around. Luxembourg came in, was playing. He looked like he wasn't really hurt, man. So he played. I thought the game was a very good game in terms of how both teams played. Congrats to Michigan. They were just better. They were just a better team, and they were never really threatening the game, but I thought Connecticut showed a lot of heart in it.
If you had to pick between the two, which one of those teams do you see going back to the Final Four next? It's just one of those two early predictions.
Well, based on the way Michigan got that team, who knows if those guys going to stay or transfer out again? Well, I don't know. If they can keep them all, then I think Michigan, I would give them the nod. But since you asked me that question, I would probably say, and I don't care for Connecticut's coach that much, Dan Hurley, but I know he's a good coach. So I think he can coach them guys up. He's had a lot of roster turnover out of his teams, and he keeps getting them back there. So I'll say him, actually.
Okay. I would I would find it hard to believe, not impossible, but find it hard to believe that any of the players on Michigan would transfer out other than opting to go to the NBA. Because I mean, you
Mhm.
just reached the highest level. Why you gonna transfer to do? You gonna transfer to do what?
Get some money. Some of them might get a better offer somewhere else. I mean, that's the nature of the beast now. But Michigan has all the bread too.
I was getting ready to say, and that's my thing. So if it's money that's the issue, then just go to the next level. Then just dip your toe in the NBA draft pool if that's the case, because you already reached one of the hardest championships, if not the hardest championship to reach in college. I mean, you did that.
Yeah, and they should want to if a lot of those guys are. I'm not sure if Luxembourg has more eligibility left, but if they do, they should want to come and try to repeat. I would want to do that if I was on that team.
Yeah, yeah. But like you said though, man, that transfer portal is another beast, and it's kind of hard to tell somebody who normally would be playing for in education to stick around. You know what I mean? When there's big money involved.
Yeah,
Speaking of
yeah.
speaking of kids leaving, the whole UNC Tar Heel roster look like it's hitting the transfer portal. Like 7 players.
I think they should.
All of them. I'm gonna just say all of them are deciding to leave. And Bogovic, or Luka Bogovic, he hit the portal also. I think Jaden Young is the only one saying he's returning, but that's for now.
But
We'll see how.
if they go, if a player goes in a portal, they can still opt to come back to the team, right? It's highly unlikely, but they
as long
can.
as you don't commit or sign anywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they might be doing it just to leave that option open, and did that before they really knew who the coach was going to be. Maybe that's part of their leverage game themselves.
One of the players, God, which one was it? Dixon. Dixon was at the press conference when they introduced Mike Malone. Yeah, I mean, he still showed up for that, but entered the portal. So the funny thing to me is going to be, once you go out there, test the waters, and the coaches look at y'all like, you ain't really, we watch y'all play. Like we got tape on y'all. We don't see where y'all could fit in our system. Then have to come back and be like, well, yeah, coach, we want to play for you.
Yeah, it's
Do you?
slippery
Do you
slope.
now? Yeah, do you now? Cool. That's when you go get that. That's when you go get your folding chair. I know it's 2026, but you go find a newspaper, you read it, and you make them run till you get tired. That's how that works.
Well, I know
Welcome back.
last week we had signed off the show, so it wasn't part of the show, but right after that, you said they could probably get Mike Malone. And a couple days after that, they sure did get him. So, he called that one.
Yeah, and I didn't even know at the time that he had a daughter playing volleyball for the school.
Nah, I didn't know that either.
I had no clue until after the fact, but I did know that you want to compete with that school up the road, and you're not gonna go get just any old name and you're not gonna have a gap season. You had too many of those already. Any season without a championship in Chapel Hill is a gap season. I know you're tired of doing that. Mike Malone, I knew it wasn't gonna be Billy Donovan, seriously. So.
And see, but the thing about that with Billy Donovan, right? They had to know that either Billy Donovan was like, man, I consider y'all, or he didn't want the job, because they could be hiring him right now. If he had said, okay, I want to come down there, maybe they would have waited for him, because he said he wanted to coach the whole season with the Bulls. But I think Mike Malone, he's a good hire to me. I don't have no problem with it, because not just because he won that championship in Denver, which obviously Denver is not historically a well-run organization. They just got good while he was there. But he turned around Sacramento too. He was a coach there some years ago when Sacramento, after Chris Webber and them left, Sacramento was horrible for a long time. And he got them to be good, a playoff team with DeMarcus Cousins and them. He was the coach. And a lot of coaches will say DeMarcus Cousins was a difficult guy to coach, but Mike Malone was able to get through to him, get some good seasons out of him. So the guy can, and he gonna expect a lot. He gonna run. He gonna play the way that I think UNC wants to play, because he runs an up and down system. They gonna score a lot, but they gonna play defense because he demands that. So I don't think it's gonna be a bad hire. It's not like they hired somebody that was in the NBA but wasn't doing anything.
Understood. Understood. I think he's a great hire, and I think the assistant that he picked up from Arkansas, a gentleman by the name of Chuck Martin, when they worked together some years ago when Mike Malone was coaching in the NCAA, and Chuck
Mhm.
Martin is responsible for like top 5, top 10 recruiting classes. He was just responsible for Darius Acuff going
Mhm.
to Arkansas. He was responsible for I think 1 or 2 of those Kentucky. Whenever I talk about Kentucky, I just call them draft classes instead of just recruiting classes because
Right. They
those
all
freshmen end up going to the league anyway. So that's an aspect that I was really wondering about as far as is Hubert going to stay close to the program because of his ability to recruit? But looks like they won't need him to. They also kept Sean May and one other person on the coaching staff, so they still have some family ties with the Tar Heel organization. My only other concern would be, is he going to be able to get the chance to develop any of the college players with the transfer portal situation? That's going to be
and with the Carolina climate too.
right.
You know,
That's going to
then
be the issue.
they go, he gonna have to come in there and do something good immediately.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much just looking to see who the K Fields, what's going on, man? I'm pretty much looking to see who's going to be the top transfers that we get, because those are going to be the guys who are going to make the biggest impact right away. I know we're going after Dylan. Is it Dylan? Yeah, Dylan Mingo has a brother
Flamingo,
who plays for Penn
and he got a
State.
brother, yeah.
Yeah, so if we can get those two guys in the backcourt, we got the O'Bannons. You know what I mean? We
Mhm.
got we got the O'Bannons playing for us, and
That'll
we'll
be a
see how
huge
that
get,
we'll see how
man.
that shape. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I see we're going after Juke Harris, the guy out of Wake Forest who had the great season. He went from averaging like 6 points to nearly 20 this past season. He hitting the transfer portal, and he's also thinking about entering the draft. We've been talking to him, so we'll see how that shakes out. But I'm not upset, you know what I mean, with the Mike Malone hire.
And don't
But
be surprised. Like I know people say it might be a foregone conclusion on Caleb Wilson, but it's NIL, man. Who knows? You can get a lot of money in that. He might come back if he like what Coach Malone is talking about, how he gonna use him and all.
I feel
You never know, man, because I was thinking about something in terms of NIL and pro leagues, in terms of how it's affecting like the NBA in a positive way. These guys aren't just going one and done no more like that. You gonna get people that's gonna come back or play in college more. So they're going, when they go to the in a NBA draft or something, they're better prepared. You're not gonna have people just drafting off potential as much anymore. Some of these guys might come back that you think gonna go on and bounce to the league though.
yeah. Cameron Boozer for one has already said that
Yeah,
he's returning.
yeah.
I figured kind of thought he would because of the way the season ended, and it was the burden is lying on his brother as to why they're saying, that the season ended. But I put that on the coach as not as so much as the player, because the coach should
Hmm.
have known to have a senior in that position instead of a freshman. That was on him. But I think they created a villain origin story for Caden Boozer. I think he's gonna become one of the newest in the long line of hated Duke players next year, because he's going to break a lot of teams' hearts on their home court, because he got to sit with that issue all off season. So I'm looking forward to that. Anytime Duke and Carolina are great, it makes the whole NCAA good. Just like when the Celtics, Knicks, and Pistons are good in the NBA, it just seems like the whole league is that much better. That's just me. And if y'all want to join in and chime in with us, man, I just put the link down in the comment section. But you were getting ready to respond to that. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I agree. I'm hoping that NC State can catch up too. But yeah, I agree with you there. They
Justin
they
Gainey, man.
they are
Justin
good.
Gainey.
Yeah, we'll see if they can come up and sneak up on some folks
Yeah,
there.
maybe.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, I did read up on the Georgetown recruiting, but I didn't really see anything that kind of stood out to me. They got some mid-level recruits coming in, a couple of guards and stuff. Man, I just want them to be improved. It's go or we got to get rid of that cool. We got to get rid of Cooley. This got to be his show and prove year right here. Patrick Ewing was doing better, was coaching them better than him.
I was just getting ready to say, man, y'all need to look to hiring another former player as far as, if not as the head coaches on the coaching staff, if you don't have one already.
Mm-hmm.
But like who? Because you already went through Patrick Ewing.
Already did Patrick Ewing. I mean, as far as former player, Georgetown player that I don't know of any that's currently in the coaching ranks or anything like that. I think Patrick Ewing was the main guy. So I'd have to do some research on that. But if we have some, maybe I think I heard that Roy Hibbert was maybe coaching somewhere, but I'm not sure. So yeah, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, fresh from BET, eating snacks and drinking Canada Dries on my show, Kent Fields. What's going on, man?
What's happening?
Ain't too much, man. Ain't too much. Thank you for joining, man.
Finally got me up here, huh, man? I've been trying to get with you. You too Hollywood for me now, man.
No, that's not true at all. You actually work in Hollywood, so I don't see how that could be the case.
What's happening,
You know where
man?
I'm at. What's happening, my brother? How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Yeah, Mashawn, Kent Fields, Mashawn Roberson, man. K Fields is also a Bulls fan, if I'm not mistaken.
Talk to him.
Yeah. I guess it's a bald brother thing.
Since 85. Since 85.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
Yeah, it's a bald brother thing.
So he a long time Bull too. I don't want to steal the show. What you think about because you heard that Reinsdorf was like the new GM coming up in there, got to be down with Billy Donovan being the coach again. How you feel about that as a Bulls fan?
Mid organization making mid moves. Mid guys do mid things, right?
Yeah, man.
You know,
I don't even know if that's mid.
You know, I think a lot of times people confuse, like the young boys say, motion. They confuse motion with progress, man. You're moving, you're doing a bunch of moving around, but you ain't moving forward. So we're making moves, but are we progressing? Absolutely not. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Terrible. Tank season.
I heard that.
And I can't stand tankers, man.
We might as well have kept everybody together if you want to make them keep Billy Donovan too. But yeah, what it is. So yeah, we on the same page with that.
And you know, I'm born in the 80s. I'm an 80s baby. And I came up with the Bulls with a top tier organization. You know, with the greatest player to ever live. I don't even argue with the young punks about it. The greatest to ever do it. I don't even argue with the young punks about it. Michael Jeffrey Jordan from North Carolina, but I grew up when we were the best of the best, man. Even the rough years, we're a bottom tier organization in one of the largest cities in the world. How is that even possible?
I know.
Mismanagement. Yeah, I see your Hornets. I see your Hornets, man. I see
everybody
sees
them. Everybody sees them.
I'm not mad.
I'm not here to gloat, because the same way y'all talking, I've been talking for at least the past 10 years like that. So, I'm just sitting here enjoying the moment. That's all. Just enjoying the moment.
Life comes at you fast.
We still haven't made it yet. We got to beat the Miami Heat. Then we have to win the next game after that just to get in the playoffs. But it's nice to be on this side of the conversation.
Charlotte won 43 games, bro. That's when the last time they did that.
And it's the sports entertainment business, and they're one of the most entertaining franchises in the world. They are must-see TV.
You'd like to watch them.
That we are. So between the two of you guys, better chance of coming out of the East, Knicks, Cavs, or Boston?
Boston. So I'm looking at the roster. It ain't about the X's and O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes, kid.
Yeah.
I'm about that roster. They have two all-pro caliber players.
Okay.
And they got a bunch of support over there, man. All of them guys, Derek White,
excellent player.
The guy he improved a lot, Peyton Pritchard, man. They perimeter is hell, man. They perimeter all the way around, man. It's just hard to deal with for any team. So yeah.
Then Boston has to see those Detroit Pistons. Who comes out of the East in that Detroit Piston-Boston Celtic matchup? Everybody healthy, full speed.
I got the Pistons. The Pistons look real amazing this year when they're healthy.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Y'all got to talk to me, man, because I'm sitting here looking at Jason Tatum, a.k.a. the Bionic Man, because I didn't expect this guy to come back looking like Adrian Peterson after this injury, to be quite honest. I think he's been having a double-double since he's come back.
Well, you can afford to get a aliens ACL that Elon got off the mothership. You got that kind of bread, some things can happen.
Okay.
Recovery is a different situation. Especially
Okay,
with now
indeed.
technology, man. It's fast.
Okay.
I
So
just
y'all
look
don't
at
go
I
ahead.
just like the way they played when Cade Cunningham was out. When I was questioning if they was gonna have somebody that could get him some backup scoring when he come back, and they proved that they can. I mean, Duran stepped up his scoring. He went from he added about 4 points to his average during that time. Then Tobias Harris, he's always been a decent player. He played better. So I think they only lost 3. They went 12-3 or something when Cade was out. And you know how scrappy they is, man. I saw when they played Charlotte the other day or something, they had a clip of Isaiah Stewart when
Beef stew.
with Charlotte player got into it. 2 players on their team got into it. They showed Isaiah Stewart. He was just like this. Because they was like, he was trying to keep himself from running on that court to get up in the mix with that fight.
That's beef stew. Somebody gonna knock his dumb ass out, but it's cool. They all that tough guy.
What I'm
He's
saying,
gonna get put to sleep, but he's a good enforcer though.
he's a good enforcer, and they play defense, man. Like,
I'm an old basketball coach. I know everybody else loves a bunch of high scoring, man, but teams that can lock you up, man. I'm a fan. I love it.
and they can.
Now,
I'm not saying that they gonna dominate Boston. That'll be a real good series, but hey, man, Detroit got something for them.
y'all tell me if I'm crazy. This is the matchup I'm looking at that gives me pause as to why I think Boston might come out instead of the Pistons. Vucevic can step out and bring Jalen Duren out of that paint on the offensive end. It's 5-on-4 that way.
If there's anybody on Boston that I hate, it's Vooch, former Bull.
That's what I'm saying.
Defensive liability. Couldn't guard old folks home with an AR-15. They're gonna torture him on the other end.
But he
They're
ain't
gonna
got
torture.
the thing about it. You right, but he ain't got to be a defensive player on that team.
That is true.
He don't have
Especially
to.
if he's hitting that tray ball.
Yeah,
and there we go. And Duren ain't stepping out there. Well, excuse me, he's gonna have to step out there.
Time, he got to
But it
stop
kills you on the
Duren
glass.
down low in the paint on the other end. He gonna have to stop him. So,
And I'm from the old school. I'm a little bit older, so when you're 5 and shooting tray balls, you're automatically vulnerable on the glass. And a lot of times in the playoffs, man, who wins the glass wins the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Got to get on the boards, man.
But you said it before. Them Celtics got a lot of Jimmys and Joes, man, who already know when I come in the game, I got 6 fouls and I better rebound and play defense.
here's the thing though that I think might be an issue with the Celtics, man. They still play that 3-ball or bust way all the time. That's why they
Not a
lost
fan of
last
it.
year. Because
You can't win with that.
they would not change their style of play when it wasn't working. And they've got the players where they could play any kind of way, but they're not. It looks like they are barely coached to drive and kick or drive they coach to drive and kick, to drive to score. They don't do that much. Only Jaden Brown does it, but they got 2 players that if they not hitting threes, they should be going into the mid-range, making a lot of shots like that, or taking it to the hole in Brown and Tatum. But seem like they ain't coached that way, and they just don't do it.
That's the basic law of extinction, right? Those that fail to adapt perish, right? Because if not, the dinosaurs will still be here. So when you can't adjust, you out of here.
And
Alligators
like that.
Alligators exist.
Come on. Alligators exist.
Would the New York Knicks be a better matchup for the Detroit Pistons?
If you talk about an easy series, I guess.
They're the Knicks, man. What they gonna do?
Hey, I'm just asking,
brother. Cat gonna be scared to play against the Detroit, dog. he gonna play no defense against them.
The talented, zesty one. But I tell you what, like the Knicks been nicking since I was a kid, man. I ain't convinced on no Knicks, brother. They just don't do it for me, man. They're Dallas Cowboys of the league.
Hey, brother, I'm just sitting here trying to be fair and biased. I had to throw them out there because right now they're 3rd in the East. There's nothing to thumb my nose up at. I mean, I've never believed in them, but still, I have to give them a fair shot also.
I think Atlanta has just as good a shot as the Knicks do. They, probably could beat them.
Upper mid teams.
Atlanta gonna have to go through Cleveland.
They could beat them.
Y'all think Atlanta? I think it's Donovan Mitchell's year to finally get to the 2nd round, man. I think he got to show improve.
However it shakes out, Spurs win it all.
Whoa, wait a minute now. You saying the Spurs over?
I'm recording this. Record
It's
this.
recorded.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
recorded
All right. That's all.
and
So you
live.
heard it.
Yeah. Mhm.
So you heard it.
That might be where I have to differ. I think it's too early for the Spurs, man. I think they will win it, maybe next year, something like that. I just think you got to get that playoff experience first. They don't have none. I think who on their
They got a
team got
Wemby.
who on their team got playoff experience though. I think it's just
Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes. He the only one that I
Yeah.
think got some playoff experience on their team. I think and if you notice, are they? Well, I don't know. I'm not looking at how playoffs stack
Hold
up
on.
in the West right
I got
now.
the bracket. I got the bracket. Go
Who
ahead
are
and
they
ask what you
scheduled
was
to
gonna.
play in the second round? The
Let's
Spurs.
see. If the Spurs win,
Would they play Denver? Is my question.
of course the bracket comes up
Oh,
slow
you
when
got
I
Denver.
need it.
You got Denver. You got Denver over them though. If they go head to head.
I think Denver can pull it off on them.
I like the Joker, but just
Joker is something else, man, with them fundamentals, you know, because if you watch Wemby now, he's very good, but if you got he'll fall for a fake in a minute.
the Joker might have the softest touch I've seen in the history of the league, man. It's like it's just he don't miss close to that rim, man. It's a beautiful sight. But Wemby's a bad man.
But so what I'm hearing is pretty much y'all sound like boxing commentators. The styles make fights, so it depends on the style or the matchup rather makes the fight. But y'all still, you really got SGA and them losing to the Spurs in the conference finals.
I think this is the Spurs here, brother. That's just that's just me.
That is interesting. And the reason I think it's so interesting is because Wemby, as talented as he is, I'm already starting to put him on that West Coast Joel Embiid list now. You gotta stay healthy. You gotta stay healthy, brother. You gotta stay healthy,
Mr.
man.
Glass? You gotta make Mr. Glass anymore?
Not right away, but I'm just saying you gotta give me a full season before I can start anointing you with stuff.
And the thing about players that are Wemby's size, man, now Wemby got skills, man, no doubt. Seen him crossing people over 7'5". I'm like, oh my God, where did that come from? Who does that? Players his size, man, they get hurt.
Often injured, yeah. Especially with bones
hurt, man. So I am concerned about that too, because the only player that I could kind of say that I can remember that was kind of like him skill wise coming into the league. It was a different league back then, but Ralph Sampson was
cold.
Was kind of
you know
like
ball,
that.
you know yourself. Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm old school,
baby.
Yeah.
Hey, you say you're 80, baby. Look, man, I'm 70.
You're the triple OG. Yeah, Ralph Sampson, Twin Towers, a king. That was a nice little squad.
Ralph Sampson came in and he had mad skills too. He had a nice little jump shot, both hooks, all of those kind of things.
Over both shoulders, man. Yeah, he was
shoulders. Nice. But he got hurt a lot, man, and that just derailed him. I'm not saying that that's gonna happen to Wemby, but it is those big tall players like that, man.
Like Yao Ming?
Yeah, like Yao Ming.
Yeah, over 7'2", man. It's tough, man. The boys are fragile, man.
But I'm not going on front on your San Antonio pick because I like their team, man. I like those guys they got Harper, Fox. I like their team. I like their perimeter players too. I just don't think they got the playoff experience, man. How it just pressure ratchet up. They got to get used to that. I think this year, you know, because Denver is going to be at full strength too. They got
Tell
their
folks all the
players
time, man.
So I think they might get them in the second round if they playing them there, or if they play OKC. If they get to OKC though, Antonio done had their number, but I think Denver will clip them in second round.
OKC has lost to San Antonio 4 out of 5 times in the regular season. Granted, San Antonio has never played OKC in the playoffs.
They haven't.
Playoffs are different, man. It's a different world.
Yeah, this is the maybe the second playoffs that are going to be as exciting as I think they're going to be. You know, I have high expectations for this year's playoffs, and I don't think they're going to let me down.
Yeah,
well,
I think
y'all boys, I got to run.
Yeah,
I got to run. I had to jump in real quick. I'm gonna come back. I might come and pull up on y'all next week or something, man. It was a blessing.
Yeah.
Man. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely,
appreciate you for
brother.
Stopping through, man.
All right,
Hell yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Well, moving on from the NBA, let's talk a little NFL. See, the plan was to talk NFL draft, right? But once again, I remember I told you a long time ago, the Patriots only function well in dysfunction. They don't know how it is to just have a calm off season, man. Something has to go on. So from what I gather, they shooting for a Super Bowl W with this new one here, with Mike Vrabel and the currently suspended senior reporter from the
Athletic.
Thank you, from the Athletic, Miss Dianna Russini. They out here in broad day. Well, yeah, broad daylight. It was daytime. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just the word they like to use, canoodling.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing with your fingers interlocked and chilling poolside or whatever. It's another Coldplay concert situation from what it looked like.
But this time somebody hired somebody to go and catch them.
The pictures made it look like it was a private investigator.
Yeah, that seemed like that. As a private investigator, somebody was out there fishing for that.
Yeah, and when they show you, I don't know if you saw like the clips that all of a sudden people start showing about how she kept talking about her marriage and kind of like downplaying her husband throughout the years on certain clips. So I'm thinking that's who had them. That's who had you followed. I'm thinking it's your husband that had you followed. But
and they trying to downplay it. Vrabel making statements like, "Hey, it's just an innocent thing. Nothing was going on. Nothing to see here," kind of thing. I mean, watching the report, and the guy who was reporting on it says, "You better be right," because he said that who put it out? It was Page 6 who put it out, and he said those kind of people. It's a tabloid site or whatever, but people think that those folks don't report for real. He was like, "Yes, they do," and he said they don't put everything they got out the first time.
They wait to see what you're going, see how you're going to react to it.
Right. They wait to see how you going to react to it. And you talking about nothing's there to it, nothing's there. He's like, they're going to be like, okay, here comes round 2. Here comes round 3 of stuff that we have already collected. So, I hope that he's right about that. But I don't trust that.
I'm pretty sure he's kicking himself for letting Stephon Diggs go, because that could have been your diversion. You could have just kept Stephon Diggs and just told him, hey, man, just be you in the offseason. You know what I mean? Would have took a lot of heat off of you. Yeah, that would have took a lot of heat off of you. Doesn't help that the spot you went to is labeled as an adult hotel and spa, meaning ain't no kids.
It's full couple.
This ain't family function time, and the only way you can get to that part of the roof is by staying in that certain room. So that whole it's like 6 of us here. Y'all just didn't get a picture of the other 6. Well, excuse me, of the other 4, rather. Well, that's because y'all the only 2 on the roof dancing. It wasn't a picture to get. Y'all the only 2 on the roof looking like Beauty and the Beast out there like ain't nobody watching y'all.
If it was like that, there were other people out there with you, then okay, have them speak on it for you. Have them verify that you that they were there. I guess at least to not maybe not publicly, but at least to the Athletic and the Patriots, they could call them and say we was up there with them too, or something.
Oh no, it's gonna have to be public. Gonna have to be public. Yeah. It's gonna have to be public. Come to find out, I forget the certain. He's not really a reporter. He just has his own channel, and he was going through a timeline and how he brung up like maybe 11 years ago. This happened before with Miss Russini. I hope I'm saying the last name right. Where where the situation was, it was with the Washington Commanders, I want to say was the team. And she was trying to use that whole, I'm just, really close getting a story. And the exec at the time, the exec's wife had made a complaint about how she was either sleeping with or having an illicit relationship with her husband to get a story, from that team also. So this ain't her first rodeo dealing with this.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay, so, me either.
Yeah. So it's gonna be something, man, where they're gonna be like, this how you get all your stories. No wonder you breaking stuff.
So this right here,
that's a horrible look, man.
Damaging your credibility. Damaging your credibility as a journalist and a reporter.
It's destroyed. And now, that venue she's with or that company she's with, no one's gonna want to talk to her, man. They're gonna, how much of this stuff are you feeding back to Vrabel? What we gonna tell you? Anything they gonna bring it up to avoid or not.
Oh man, they brought up all kind of stuff on this lady. They showed an old clip where she was like the night before her marriage, her mom had called and asked her if she was it her mom? No, Jimmy Garoppolo had called her or something like that, and she was like, "How crazy is it that the guy who my mom wanted me to marry calls me on the night before my wedding?" And I'm like, "Word, this what you say on national TV in front of people?"
She said
The only way I saw it because she said it.
they must be on their way out anyway.
Oh yeah, she had made another statement about how yeah our marriage is and pretty much paraphrasing, yeah, our marriage is in shambles. We'll probably be divorced by the end of the year. But this was some time ago, and I'm like, word, like I wonder how the dude is sitting home feeling about all this. Cause he's like a general manager over the Shake Shack company. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he's some sucker out here that's just a stay-at-home dad or nothing like that. Like
I'm
you
gonna have
got
to look this stuff up because
yeah,
I've just been seeing people reporting on this, not the old
yeah.
stuff.
I had to do the backstory. I'm like, well, who the guy that's getting humiliated? You know what I mean? What he do? Nah, he a man. Like if she wasn't in the picture, he still got his own. He's standing on his own too or whatever. I'm like, this can't be going well for him because it's other
Yeah.
businessmen looking at him like, so this how y'all get down over there?
Well, this is part of the Belichick tree now.
Hey man, I'm looking for Super Bowl or bust this season.
You know, Belichick, he does this too, bringing all that to Carolina, all that mess there. I guess Vrabel learned from the best
Hey
on how
man,
to
the
start mess and keep it going.
the apple don't fall too far.
Yeah, yeah, and
Meanwhile, Robert Kraft done swept a whole massage gate up under the rug. He just sitting back like rookies.
they
That's
they
that's
just
all he's saying.
they just keep something going on over there at New England, boy. All them gate scandals, Tom Brady destroying his phone back in the day and deflating balls and spying on everybody, and now this.
I'm telling you,
What's
man,
next?
they gear a Super Bowl. You know how this go? It's a Super Bowl that's next, man. That's what's coming. That means next week, AJ Brown gonna be a Patriot, and then they gonna start marching toward that Super Bowl. Watch what I tell you, man. Yeah, cause the Patriots ain't said nothing about doing nothing to Mike Vrabel. Only person
I
that
mean,
got
they ain't gonna
sanctioned.
do nothing to him. This is, to be honest, this is gonna destroy her career. She gonna be writing for I mean, man, she gonna be writing for some outtake plays next. But for him, it ain't gonna really do nothing to mess up his credibility or whatever. They just gonna be like, stay out of don't let nothing else happen. But
Yeah, they're gonna have to have all his like interactions with the media
yeah,
above board. Like ain't no secret meeting off the record meetings with Mike Vrabel.
they
Lady,
already said they ain't gonna have him be at the draft their draft press conference. They said that
see,
the GM is gonna handle all of that now, and Vrabel not gonna be in attendance.
good move.
Yeah. So he's gonna be out of pocket for. You probably won't see him until training camp.
Yeah, they're gonna keep him quiet.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, old girl, since she's in the media space, this is not gonna go well for her.
It's not, man. I mean, we seen her on ESPN and stuff quite a bit. That's gonna stop.
ESPN hasn't said one word about any of this yet. It's been all the other sides and like individual, independent journalist
Hmm.
shows talking about it. NBC. Now NBC Sports has some conversations about it. I watched a couple of those clips. Dan Lebatard, who has the show down there in Miami, he was almost in tears talking about it because he was like thinking about what this is going to do to her because he was like they're making her out to be some type of monster or like Vrabel's the victim. Like,
Hmm.
man, I mean, as long as you did the same crime for Ime Udoka, cool. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Yeah, you know how it is, man. They gonna protect Mike Vrabel. They gonna protect that white guy. But they not gonna protect her, and they not gonna protect Udoka. You see, they did not protect him
Well, I
at
mean,
all.
Mike Vrabel ain't sleep with like nobody in the organization's wife.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that
Yeah,
is the difference.
yeah. You can't. You can't. If you go have an affair, have it outside. Don't go up. Don't go up. Don't go hit the elevator. Then go up. Go up the Don't go up the elevator to have the affair. That's just crazy. So
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
do that.
that is. But man, this is messy, man. But somebody had paid an investigator to go up there and spy on them. That's what happened, in my opinion. Well, everybody's saying that.
Yeah, cause I mean, just the way the pictures look. You can tell them people ain't know nobody was watching them, and it looked like one of those old what's the journal? You know when you're in the grocery store and it's that tabloid that always say like the end times prophecy is near. That one. It looked like something off the front of that. Was that the
National
Sun Journal?
Enquirer or something.
There you go, National Enquirer. That's what the picture looked like. I'm like, yeah, I seen that little picture font layout before. That's the one in the grocery store. Somebody paid that PI to do that. I'm telling you, man, it was the husband, yo. He about to file for divorce. Yeah. He about to get the last laugh. That man tired of being the butt of the jokes every time he go to the office parties, yo.
He is bad. He is.
Yeah, man.
What you think about the draft anyway? It's coming up. You know, I was looking at something. They was talking about the Panthers being a team that if they make some good draft picks, they could really vault up and almost be like they were talking about a Super Bowl bound team because of the free agents they got, and if they pick up some good draft picks in the draft. What you think about that?
Of course, I love the words. You know, great to hear it, but let's be reasonable here. Let's make sure my quarterback can hit open receivers. Let's make sure my quarterback has time to throw to my open receivers. Let's make sure we have some healthy running backs first. You know what I mean? Because all the pieces in the world won't mean much if we can't execute. That's all I'm saying.
Still think that Bryce Young has improved, man, and he's you know, that 6-foot quarterback, man, he's average physically in terms of like, you know, running ability, scrambling and stuff like that. Bryce Young got to be able to work that middle more better than he has with the middle of the field. But I will say this, that receiver that they have, that he was a rookie last year and he played pretty well.
McMillan, yep.
Yeah, if he improves and if they are able to get Bryce a decent weapon, like a good tight end or something, he needs to have a good tight end.
They're talking about the gentleman out of Oregon. Is Sadiq? Is it Sadiq?
Sure.
But yeah, guy out of they're talking about him. But
they need to keep, as long as Bryce Young is their quarterback, they need to keep a good tight end on that team.
Well, yeah, every quarterback needs a good safety valve. You know, I mean that's first and foremost.
Especially the small ones. Especially the small ones like Bryce Young.
Yeah, because I don't need him to be a super dynamic quarterback. I just be a game manager, man. We have the defense to shut teams down. Just don't turn the ball over. When you get down in the red zone, come away with some points. I'll take anything. We got to get better at actually getting it to the end zone when we get down in the red zone. But beginning the games, field goal, you can field goal me out. Because Dave could, and thank you, Dave Canales, for understanding that, hey, I can't be the coach and the offensive play caller. I just need to be a coach. I need to get somebody to just handle the offense and somebody to just handle the defense, and I just oversee, you know what I mean, the whole thing. Don't micromanage. Let them guys do their thing, and that's where we at. So I look forward to us having at least a 10-win season next season. And I say that because we backed our way into an 8-9-win season. I don't see why 10 should be so far-fetched. And, I mean, we might even do better than that, depending on how the schedule shapes.
Yeah, man. Y'all really don't have no threat in that division anymore. I thought it would be.
I told you. You were saying
Atlanta, or maybe it might still be the Saints might improve like that. Tampa Bay gonna take a big step back. I hate that because they gonna fire that coach. Be one less brother because he's gonna get fired when they had that bad season, losing Mike Evans, and they had that good linebacker David. I think he retired. They're gonna take a step back. Tampa Bay. So Carolina don't have no competition in that division, so they gonna win it.
Well, this what I'll say. On paper, we don't have any competition, but you still got to play the games. Because I'm sure a lot of teams looked at us and said the exact same thing this past season. Green Bay said that when we went to Green Bay. Dallas said that when they came to us. Like, everybody who saw us on their schedule was like, cool, that's a game I can at least get most of my stats to get my incentives.
Mm-hmm.
You see how that shook out? So I don't want to be on the other side of that this season. I don't want to be on the other side of that. Speaking of Tampa Bay, I think Baker Mayfield's still a gunslinger. He's still gonna fight to the death. And if nothing else, Baker Mayfield is gonna beat the Atlanta Falcons every time they play him. As long as Kevin Stefanski is that coach. That's personal.
Yeah, I mean,
That is personal. So he gonna
that's
take care of them
probably,
for us.
yeah, Baker Mayfield, boy, well, he's something else. But he is their quarterback, unless that guy, that receiver that they got out of Ohio State that played well last year, he gonna have to step up big for Tampa to make up for that loss of Evans. And is that other guy, the other receiver they had, gosh, number 14, what was his name for Tampa Bay? Can't think of his name, but he's a good receiver that they've had. But I wonder if that was because he played with Mike Evans and how
Always. Talking about
much
Goodwin?
attention.
Goodwin?
Yes.
Man, everybody, whoever plays on the other side of Mike Evans is gonna look good. Cause hey, ain't nobody, like my grandma would say, ain't nobody studying him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, I'm looking at this draft for us, man. In Chicago, we got to go. We got to get us some edge rushers out of this draft. We got to get us. That's really what we need to get. That and a cornerback, maybe an offensive lineman would always help. Don't draft any offensive players. I think any skill players. I think we all right there. I want to see how the offensive skill players work if we can fortify the offensive line, defensive line, and see if we can get us a good pass rush to help out our secondary, because they had to. Part of why we gave up a lot of receiving yards, it's just like any team, man. Your pass rush ain't that good. You can't cover for 6 seconds every play. You just can't. So
I know Bain out of Miami. He's not gonna go as high as a lot of people think, because they keep talking about, how his arms are short. I think that's gonna be the steal of the first round. Like whoever snatches him up is gonna be the steal of the first round.
He ain't gonna get down to 25 though. That's what we are. He ain't gonna be that much of a steal. But if he does, man.
Shador Sanders was supposed to be the second pick on the draft. I'm not taking nothing for granted after that.
Well, honestly, I think the Cowboys gonna take him at 12 or something, because that's what they are. But it's some other edge rushers that, but I think Bain is the best one, but we might be able to get the second best one. But if he dropped to 25, man, you talking about, grab that boy up.
Watch what I tell you, man. I think that's gonna be this year's surprise of the draft. Is he's gonna slip a lot further than people think. That's gonna.
Well,
did you have anything else before I went to the HBCU section, my brother?
No, I did not.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, let's get to the section I love to get to, man. I love to show love to those who show love to us. This is the HBCU section. First and foremost, one time for the Tuskegee University band in that T.I. video. You know what I mean? One time in that Trauma Bond video, man. It was great to see. And as soon as I heard the song, all I kept thinking about was, oh yeah, this gonna be one of them homecoming joints. You gonna hear this? You gonna hear this all homecoming. So yeah, way to
big
go.
shouts to them, man. I know a lot of folks I went to school with, went to Tuskegee, man. So I know they real proud of that.
As they should be, man. As they should be. I know some folks who won't be as proud, and those are the alumni for FAMU Rattlers, man. Because y'all won't see the postseason. No matter what y'all do, you're banned. You've been banned from the postseason play for the same reason why my mama wouldn't let me come out the house after report cards came out. Your grades wasn't where they were supposed to be, so you can't go play. That's how that's going. The ban is from a multi-year academic progress rate, right? So it fell below the NCAA requirement of a 930. Theirs is a 911, and it's just not this year. That's from over the past 4 years where they got that score from. They didn't meet the grade. Like I said, you can't go play.
How long is the ban, though? Is it what?
From what I understand, I know it's for this season. The 2026 postseason. They won't be eligible for anything. So I guess they're gonna reevaluate them and see how it goes for next season for them, man. Now, who is eligible for postseason play for the eighth season? Mr. Cornelius Quad Brown IV. He's been granted his 8th year eligibility by the NCAA. He is the quarterback for the Alabama A&M. Congrats, man. Stay healthy. That's all I got for you.
Man, I saw that too, man. The people talk about, man, well, you have a wife and kids, man, not playing 8 years.
Grandchildren. He got grandchildren.
Oh, man.
I mean,
My Bulldogs, they make headlines for something.
Yeah, I think, but I really do think like players like that who play and stay for so long, he'll be on the coaching staff when the season's over.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be one of those guys that's on the coaching staff. Man. To be quite honest with you, I'm looking for him to be in the Celebration Bowl now. Why not?
Well, that would be awesome. I'm telling you, if that happens, you'll see me on down there on the field too.
That's what's
on the
up.
screen or something.
Yeah.
You know, they some decent recruits coming in there at A&M, so maybe they can make some noise. I know the team that obviously in the SWAC, you're gonna always have to compete with Jackson State and Alabama State, man. Those they have kind of been some pillars in the SWAC and from a football standpoint. So we have to get past them. But yeah, I would love that.
I got some sad news for the both of us, man. Neither one of our schools won that NCAA bowling trophy. I can take comfort in knowing we lost to the eventual champ. I guess I got to find some type of blue and gold lining. Congrats, Jacksonville State. You did it. You ready to go? You did. You did it.
Well, yeah, man.
Right. You won bowling. All right. You won bowling.
Hey, look, I read an article about A&T and their football program that what their coach was saying about just trying to rebuild the entire thing to get the team to be apparently A&T in their league, they were just one of the smallest teams in their league.
Yeah.
So that's why they could not win the line of scrimmage at all.
Smallest, relatively slowest.
Well, the article said they could match up from a speed standpoint. It said that, but I don't know. But they just weren't big enough. But
we didn't. We need better. So now we're just taking it.
Because he said the article said that he's gotten about 3 or 4 recruits coming in that are averaging, on the D line or offensive line that are averaging 6'4" or 6'5" and 300 pounds, which obviously that's good size. To start off with the guy you mentioned a while ago, Ben Bolwell. And then they got some other guys. One guy, his name, it will transfer from Monmouth. I can't recall his actual name at the moment, but he's got a brother that plays for I think Duke on the football team. And his father played in the NFL for some time too. So he's got football, good football lineage coming to play for A&T. And a couple other guys they mentioned, but he's saying that he's trying to really get them to beef up their defensive line, offensive line size so they can compete in the league because they were at a disadvantage every week last year.
Yeah. Yes. I'm treating it just like I treat all the rest of my favorite teams, man. Baby steps. I ain't out here thinking we're going to go from 1 and whatever to winning the conference championship. Just be competitive. Be competitive, move your way up. Again, get some players in there. Look, you want to get to that next level, we can help you get there. You know what I mean? Because right now, we don't have the NIL bread. Like every HBCU knows that. We don't have the NIL bread. So what we can do, get you in here, get you right, go ahead, get you some playing time so you got some game film so the bigger schools got something to look at and go from there.
That's right. That's right.
If you can help us along the way, that's great. You help us, we'll help you.
Yeah, I mean, you get somebody to come on through there, we can win a Celebration Bowl, and then we'll call it a fair exchange right there.
Well, we're not eligible for the Celebration Bowl anymore.
Yeah,
that hurts. Boy, that hurts. That hurts.
But I guess y'all can just be in one of those other bowls. Like, say if y'all had a good season, y'all might get into, say, the Liberty Bowl or something like that.
Well, we're FCS team, so we'll do the playoffs.
So y'all get in the play. Okay, so y'all get in the playoffs and to play like one of those teams like that always
like a Dakota, like them
Dakota State, the Dakota teams.
Yeah, get beat by them a couple times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we'll do that. But got to start somewhere, and I'm willing to start there. So
they'll get there. They'll get there.
Oh yeah. I'm very confident in the fact that we're headed in the right direction, man. We got the right coach for the jobs, and win, lose, or draw, man. I support my guys. Win, lose, or draw, support my guys.
I'll say this though. This is what y'all gotta do, man. Y'all can't lose this year coming up. Y'all can't lose to Central in the manner that y'all have the last 2 or 3 years.
That's part of the new culture going forward, man.
They
It's
got
just
to
some games.
compete right there.
Some games have to mean something to you, like a Winston-Salem State game, a Central game. Anytime we play somebody that used to be in the MEAC, it's got to mean something.
Because I'm telling you, Central been just wearing A&T out the last 2, 3 years. They've got to compete better in that game.
Yeah, I'm well aware. I have 2 aunts who graduated from Central. I'm well aware every time that we lose the game. Yeah.
Yeah, and badly.
All right there, brother.
But I'll
I
leave it
get
there.
I get your point. And man said, yeah, and badly. All right, cool. This week's most viral player, the player that I thought did the best and should have been highlighted this week is Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum had 24, 13, and 8. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but to me, it's because he did it in Madison Square Garden, place where the spot where the crime took place, where he had the season-ending injury. I was wondering how he would do. Would he, be a little shaky? He ain't had a greatest shooting percentage night, but he still performed well. He got out of there without an injury. I saw him. It was like late in the fourth quarter where there was a scramble for the ball and he went down, and I kind of held my breath a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, not in the same spot. But turns out, just a common turnover. He's good to go. Congratulations. I think that was that monkey he wanted to get off his back when he came back, like seeing mentally, how am I going to do in Madison Square Garden? And there was a lot on the line in that game. They could have clinched the number 2 seed in that game, went down to the wire. Josh Hart pulled out some old March Madness, one shining moment stuff in the fourth quarter, hit 2 big 3-pointers. Don't look for that to happen in the playoffs like that, but he did his thing, had like 26 points. Don't look for that to happen again in the playoffs. Hey, it was a great game. Tatum did his thing, so that's why I got Jason Tatum as my most viral player. Who you got for this week, sir?
I would say I got Elliot Cadeau, man, for Michigan.
Okay.
Big shouts to him winning that MOP, man, especially him coming out. A lot of people were kind of down on him last year at Carolina, but he transferred out and redeemed himself in a big way with Michigan. So, big shouts to him for winning that award.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Elliot Cadeau, man. Hats off to you. No matter how we feel about you, you went and did something we couldn't do this year. You went and won you a championship, man. So congratulations to you and the rest of the Transfer 5. Yeah, see, there you go. That's y'all name from now on, the Transfer 5. You're welcome. You just...
On the other end, would you say the most outrageous or...
Outrageous play, the most outrageous play.
I just have one thing that I want to bring up in terms of that.
Yes,
Sacramento Kings, all right? The Sacramento Kings just announced that they are going to keep Doug Christie as their coach next year.
I saw that too.
This is why organizations, like my man was saying earlier, mid organizations do mid things. I don't understand this. I mean, you had Mike Brown coaching that team to the playoffs, winning a round. You fire him. You bring in Doug Christie, and that team has been horrible since Doug Christie came to that team. They're at the bottom right now, and because they have won a few games towards the end when nobody was really, I guess, competing against them, you say we're going to keep Doug Christie. I don't understand that, man. You fire a guy that had your team winning. They did the same thing to Mike Malone when they had him and he was winning. I don't know what they're doing in Sacramento.
In the words of Michon Roberson, tell me you're tanking without telling me you're tanking.
Telling me you're tanking. Mm-hmm.
Y'all the reason why Adam Silver is making rules for tanking.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the Sacramento King of Hearts.
Now,
and everybody else playing spades.
You were saying earlier how going into last year, people were circling the Carolina game. Like, this is what we can get our stats at. They definitely circling the Sacramento games, man. This is what we can get our stats at. Come on, man.
Sacramento. I'm gonna go ahead right now and say that the most improved team next season, healthy, is gonna be the Utah Jazz. I don't know if people understand what's over there on that starting lineup. It's gonna be hard to beat. The
got some
smallest
players.
person gonna be like 6'7" on the starting lineup. That is insane.
They got some players.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So my most outrageous play is actually from a couple weeks ago, and it's not really a play so much as some words. So let me let y'all see this here. I'll give you context to it. So Keith Thurman had a boxing match against Fundora the other Saturday. And I'm gonna let you see his face and let you find out how well he did. See, let me hold on. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the layout straight so everybody can see it the way I want to see it. Where we at? Okay. Boom. All right. So you see Keith Thurman's face here?
I don't see anything anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, now let me y'all listen to this here.
Whoever the fuck that referee was, don't hire him for something, change shit, everything. Real talk. You remember Eric Morales versus Carlos Maidana? You remember how many times he was out with broken bones? He's not even broken here. Never got caught in the whole fight. Being caught in the back end of punches. Referee pulled me in the locker room, told me something. Move your feet, let me hit it. I won't stop the fight. I'm using my legs. I'm getting caught on the back end. I wasn't buckled. He just jumped in like a white rabbit, man. So the little hoppy referees, they're not made for main event boxing. The fight was getting fun. The people were standing on their feet. We were just getting into the grind, you know? And he was getting really comfortable swinging wide, swinging big, swinging wide. Because he's young, because he trains hard, he put that press. Because he's a volume puncher, he put that press, and the referee reacted to that, you know?
So
I only heard about half of what he was saying. Some of it was sounding kind of muffled or whatever. So give me the kind of a tell me what he said exactly.
He was saying that whoever that ref was, he shouldn't be allowed to ref major main event fights anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And his position was, I was still moving around, I was still being active. There was no reason for that referee to call that fight.
Okay.
Were you able to see his face?
And yeah, he looking like Martin when he fought Tommy Hearns.
He looked like Errol Spence Jr. after he fought Terrence Crawford.
He looked like that, yeah.
So this is one of those situations to where I understand you're a fighter, I understand you're a warrior, but you can't be mad at a referee who decides to save your life and spare you from lifelong injury to do something that clearly your corner didn't feel like they needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's supposed to be your corner job to protect the fighter.
Yeah,
so don't blame the ref.
Out.
And it was.
But that's just like the boy I talk about all the time. He wanted his corner to let him keep going. Deontay Wilder that time when he got mad at Mark Breland, he would get, so you can't. They're just protecting the man from.
That's it, man. That's all. But yeah, that was my most outrageous play of the week. Again, man, this I don't know. I don't think y'all should. They gotta do something else as far as letting the loser talk right after that. You gotta get that man 48 hours or something in an evaluation before you let him talk. You can tell that man rattled your brain to the point to where you were like, yo, don't worry about what I look like. I'm telling you, I could have won that fight. Like, come on. You don't love your family. This you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, man. If you don't want to go home to that wife and kids, just say that. Just tell them that, man. Don't want to die in front of him.
He looked like he was fighting him with his arm behind his back, couldn't defend himself.
You remember that movie Class Act with Kid and Play with Blade Brown and Wedge? He looked like Wedge after he got beat up, man. It about 8, 9 of them, man. Like, yeah, nah, brother.
Yeah.
Go put some ice on it, man, and think about your next steps, man. Go on Dancing with the Stars or something.
Yeah, he need to let that go bad.
Terrible. Was there anything that we missed before we get up out of here, sir?
I don't think so, man. We hit everything pretty good. I mean, if you want to, I did write this down. The 65 game rule, NBA. Seem like people are kind of complaining about that.
Go ahead.
I don't think maybe it should be modified. I don't think it should be taken out because, man, I mean, it got put in there because these dudes didn't want to play. They already And we got to see, in my opinion, we got to see a few seasons of where the NBA player level of commitment rises up, increases, where we're comfortable taking that kind of rule out, man. They proved that they wanted to load manage. They want to load manage and get all the bread, just like I think that the rule, the all NBA rule being tied to what kind of contract you can get is a good rule right now. I think if they show that they consistently, most of your star players are consistently playing 65, 70, 72, 75 games, then yeah, we can revisit it and maybe take it out. But I think right now it should keep it in there. And these guys that are like Luca or whoever that may be upset because they didn't qualify, hey man, that maybe use that as motivation to get yourself more healthy and keep playing so that you can be eligible.
And this 65 game rule he's referring to is where you have to play at least 65 games to be eligible for postseason awards.
Right.
And my whole thing is keep it, because the moment you say, okay, we'll revisit it later on, then they're just gonna go back to doing this anyway.
They don't go back.
Yeah. So keep it, man. Because the
We
thing
need.
is, people paying good money to come see y'all, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Getting brand new stadiums, and those stadiums have to be maintained, and it ain't free. So if
We
people gonna
need
spend
10
that kind of
years of good
bread,
play.
yeah, people gonna spend that kind of bread, get babysitters or bring families with them, worry about parking, then worry about leaving and getting sitting in all that traffic, and y'all complaining. Y'all don't even drive to the games. Y'all take a bus to them games. Shut up, man. Play them games.
That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, if we get a couple of MVP or two that you don't think should have been MVP, well then, come back next year and win it yourself. If somebody that, I don't like that they had to put that in, but hey, I understand.
Matter of fact, you know what? I think whoever wins the MVP, however many games the MVP played, that's the standard for the following season.
Maybe so.
Let that be the standard for the following season then. Since y'all
Yeah.
won't complain. Since y'all
Yeah.
won't complain, let the MVP set the standard.
Yeah, man. But that's the only thing I think that I had that, might be.
Yeah, I understand. Because pretty soon, man, they're going to want to get paid all that money for just playing 50 games, man. So, nah.
Yeah. I mean, I heard some guys talk about, man, we need to shorten the season. Man, they don't need to shorten no season, man. Man, these cats were playing 80 games in Converse All-Stars back in the day, man.
Feet bleeding, blisters all
I'm
over the
talking
place.
about, yeah, bleeding, everything, even when, I ain't talking about the stars, Michael Jordan, all that. I'm talking about the role players that rotational players in the game. They play all the time.
Yeah, man, Detlef Schrempf wasn't missing.
No,
just out there missing games.
wasn't missing no games.
Fat Lever were hooping, man.
Yeah, you guys want to.
Vincent Askew, all them guys, man.
Man, them guys available every game. They ain't play. They got DMP coach decision.
Yeah, Stacey King was out there hooping for his dear life, man. Tony Dumas and them. Yeah, Tony Dumas and the guys, man. What's wrong with y'all?
All of them cats, man. So these guys today, and again, go back, and I like your man you had on earlier, because I agree. Old school. This is why you can't say that. Just don't argue with them. This era of basketball is not more skilled than anything because they don't play enough.
Now, I will say, they are way better role players. They're way better skilled role players than there used to be. I can't argue with that one. They're way better skilled role players, man. Like, you got a whole Oklahoma City Thunder team that can shoot and score. You know what I mean? The old Knicks team was not built like that.
No,
not built like that.
No,
if Charles Oakley got you 10 points, you need to go play the lotto that night. Final thoughts.
Well, really, I encourage other folks to join us live. I appreciate my man Kent coming on the show tonight. Kent Fields, I appreciate that, man. I enjoyed the conversation that we had, even though it was a brief time. So feel free to come on anytime. Anybody else that want to just join us, we can discuss topics that you like, or you want to just join into the conversation that we're having. I encourage all of y'all to do that. So that's all I have to say.
Absolutely. Thank you to Kent Fields for coming through. I'm trying to find the time for the show that he is on. Which one is he doing right now? You know, he was in reasonable doubt, but that season won't start back till probably in September.
Oh, he's an actor.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
okay.
in Sisters, Will Trent. What's the one out now on BET? God, what is Kent doing right now? Is Sisters on BET? Sisters BET. He got on and got off so fast I couldn't even ask him what you working on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's a recurring character on Sisters right now. Detective
Oh, the
Morgan.
Tyler Perry show.
Yeah, he's Detective Morgan on that one. But man, he plays the police in a lot of the stuff he got going on. He's a cop.
Mm-hmm.
Except in on Reasonable Doubt, he's like the
What, a counselor or something?
Thank you. There we go. Couldn't think of the word. He's the AA counselor to Jax's father. Jax's father goes to the AA meetings. He's the counselor on that one. Yeah, he's been in movies with Clifton Powell and all that kind of stuff, man. He's North Carolina born and raised, man. Real good dude. He's been talking about it for a minute, you know, joining us on a Sunday, but you know, he's been busy, so glad he could pull up.
All right, I'm gonna check him out, man. You know.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. Thank you to K Fields. Jordan, what's up? I see you. Kiki B, thank you so much, baby. Tell your mom I said hello, love y'all too. Who else was up in here?
Mr.
My man Jordan, Mr. Hill, what's going on, brother? What's happening? What's happening, man? Yeah, thank all y'all so much for real. We're gonna do this again next week, same time, same place, man. This has been another Sunday Night Live with your man 58 South, co-host Mr. Michon Roberson, the sports diplomat. Don't forget, whenever you go outside, take God with you, man. Y'all be kind. Y'all be careful. We will see y'all next week, man. Peace.
Right.
Cut the check.